Hong Kong Direct is your weekly racing roundup full of news, views, interviews, previews and special guests. And coming up on a bumper show today, we head into the main trials ahead of HKIR. Golden 60 is back. All the homework is done. It's now up to him to see what he can do on the track as he goes for back-to-back victories in the mile. And chasing will continue in this unbeaten record as well. He's won his last 14 races. Wellington's back as well in the sprint. Sky Darcy, last year's Derby winner, he goes round. Panfield's in the Cup after that brilliant win first up. And Glorious Dragon, will he see daylight this time round? We hope so. We certainly do. Very warm welcome to the show. I'm Angela Jeune. Please say I'm joined here in the studio by racing editor at the HKJC and Leo Schlink. It's a massive day with these three trials, with us now being 3 weeks away essentially from the big day. It's
a fantastic day, Andrew. 23 of the horses entered in the Group 2 on Sunday, hold entries for International Day. So this really is D-Day for a lot of them at Crossroads, and fantastic to see Golden 60, Wellington, that calibre of horse back out there again.
Yeah, Hot King Prawn as well, last year's champion sprinter. We shouldn't forget about him.
Yeah, so it'd be great to see him in the sprint. The sprint for me is really intriguing. Clash of generations, and be really interesting to see what comes out of this race.
So we'll know next week about the probable fields. The entries will be out there. Also, great lineup for the IJC again at Happy Valley.
Amazing lineup with a spread right across the world, really, when you look at Britain, France, Japan, Australasia, South Africa, as well as the best of what we've got here, and a lot to play for on the next couple of meetings in Hong Kong, with the last 2 spots up for grabs.
Yeah, fantastic. That's the IJC. The Happy Valley meeting comes up on the Wednesday before the big day on the Sunday. But we need to get straight into these 3 Group 2 races. We'll start off, we won't go in racebook order, the sprints first. We'll go with the mile though first, and Golden 60. So his last 14 he's won 17 from 18 overall. Why Cuckoo, second up for the season. He was behind Panfield, as a number of these others were. And more than this, his first up for the season. Sky Darcy's coming out of the Panfield race as well, where he was beaten favourite at the Sha Tin Trophy, Champions Way, and also Pressure Ship, who was a mighty run in actual fact in that Sha Tin Trophy, again behind Panfield. Before we get into a bit more detail though, let's hear from Vincent Ho. I sat down with early in the week to get his thoughts on Golden 60 as he returns to action.
Golden 60, he swept away at the 100-metre mark from Southern Legend and Car Ying Star. Bring on the internationals. He's ready. He's Golden 60.
Vincent, these first 3 months of the season must have really dragged for him, assuming, as far as Golden 60 is concerned, waiting for the comeback.
Yeah.
We're almost there. I'm sure you just want to get on with it now, don't you?
Yeah, can't wait, because, you know, last season we have started in September, and you know, a lot to look forward to early season, but this season we'll have to wait until the set weights races come. So have to wait a bit longer, but you know, for the horse it's good because he had a proper break, and you know, he get to relax a bit and come back strong again. So and this year he reached 6. I think it's the best, because physically and mentally, he'll maintain or even be a bit stronger, and mentally is much better.
Golden 60, half a length. He wants to sit down. He wins. Golden 60 beat a very brave Car Ying Star.
You're saying he's had a good break, but this time last year you'd already won the Celebration Cup and the Sha Tin Trophy. Do you think that's made a difference then, sort of giving them that extra break? I'm assuming he feels as good as, or maybe even better than he did last season. Do you feel that he's really developed from that?
Yeah, I felt, you know, he's more stable this year mentally, and which will even help him to achieve more in this season for the upcoming Group 1s and all that. And yeah, I think physically it felt great.
He's out by 3, Golden 60. Southern Legend runs on. This equine wrecking ball has demolished another field. Golden 60 beats Southern Legend.
As far as his winning streak is concerned, is it something, probably not helped by the fact that people like me keep asking you questions about how long it can keep going. So he's on 14. He's on 14 straight.
Yeah.
He's won 17 in total.
Yeah.
So the joint record is Beauty Generation and Silent Witness in 18 races in total. Silent Witness is 17 straight. Is it something you just completely put to one side, and if it happens, it happens, it's a byproduct? Is it something that you not focus on, but it's something that sharpens your mind, think that every race really counts?
I never really think about the records. Like if you remind me, okay, oh, okay, that's a record. You know, sometimes when people just ask me on the street, and if I want to talk about a record, I can't really tell them exact numbers. But you know, and as an athlete, if you always put the record in mind, or that's, you know, you put pressure on yourself, and you have to focus on each race. When it's done, it's done. You start from zero. So, you know, each race is new, it's different. So you have to look in this way, and you don't put pressure on yourself because everything starts from zero.
Watching you and how you behave with Golden 16, even without him as well, from the outside looking in, you're very cool, you're very calm, you're very collected, but does the adrenaline it must get pumping on the big days still? When
I'm on him, I'm really calm. But before that, I'm really excited. Like, I want to be there as soon as possible. I'm excited for it to come. But when I'm on him, we know what to do. We know what we have to do, and yeah, just go with him.
Yeah, just block all the other noise. Everything else is gone.
Yeah, because when everything is distraction except except him. So except us. So yeah, just a 100% focus basically.
Well, it's worked so far, but the anticipation just about over, Leo. It'd be great to see him back on the weekend.
It will be, and really encouraged by the fact they're talking about that mental development and maturity of the horse. His track work has been excellent this week, and also his trials. He's looked in really sparkling form, so no wonder Vincent's excited to be back on him, and it's great to have him back as well.
Potential stumbling blocks for him. It's a small field, but a slow pace shouldn't hurt him at all. I mean, some of those races last year he was swinging very wide. He's just got such a good turn of foot. He's not going to try and ride him for luck anyway, is he?
I think the advantage for him here is barrier 7. He can sit out the back, Vincent, and just pick his time and pick his path, and I think that's going to really play to his winning chances, which are obviously huge.
Back end of last season, his last 3 races, I think the winning margins were ahead, a short head and ahead. Then that's not the sort of the distances of something that's unbeatable, is it? But maybe it was at the end of the season. Maybe that might have taken its toll.
It could well have done. I just think that he's now come back even better. They're talking about how he has evolved as a horse, and I think on Sunday we'll get a really good insight into how well he's going. And I think based on trials and track work, he's in the best form ever.
So this is set weights and penalties. So Waikuku carries the same weight as a Group 1 winner, and he's a genuine Group 1 horse, I think, on his day. But they seem to be few and far between now.
They do. John is upbeat about his chances, thinks that he'll improve from this run and even further into International Day. I think everything just points to Golden 60 being dominant, but you've got to respect the Group 1 horses in the race.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Waikuku, you know, he was butting heads with Beauty Generation at his best, wasn't he? So he's certainly no slouch. Southern Legends got close in the past. The old boy always runs his race. More than this, first up. He's a bit of an enigma. He
is, and you look at what he did against Golden 60 in the past and made it very interesting. You just never know what to expect with him, you're right. He's an enigma.
All right, so he's sort of a question mark against him. Sky Darcy, interesting as last year's Derby winner, and probably had excuses on his last 2 starts.
Absolutely. I think Sky Darcy can be the testing material. And obviously with a Hong Kong Derby winner, he's got the quality as well. I think he's a horse that we'll see figure on Sunday as well. Yeah,
and Pressure Ship, up against it as far as the ratings are concerned. That was a big run from him last time, though.
Absolutely it was too, and interesting that going to this level again and see what he does.
Yeah, and he holds the track record as well over the mile, does Pressure Ship. We'll come back and get your selection in due course, though, Leo. See if you're surprises or not going past Golden 60. We're going to head off to a break. There's still plenty more to come. We'll look at the Sprint and the Cup, and we'll catch up with trainer Richard Gibson as well. All of that still to come.